Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elmcreek, and I've been just a little bit busy here since last episode. First off, obviously finished up the harvest, also finished, let's see, mulching, plowing, and some fertilizing on the fields. We still have some more to do yet, but I got some of that done. You can also see, everyone, we are in the month of March here, so between last episode and this episode, obviously I've fast-forwarded time to the next year. And then also in between that, I went ahead and sold all the sorghum that we had. So I went ahead and sold that let's actually go to the information screen here. Per this screen, everyone said the best month to sell was January. Turns out it was about right. If you look at the screen, everyone, it shows January was the best month. That's when I sold it. However, I'm noticing, everyone, we're in the month of March here. And the month of March actually has a little bit better price here at Goldcrest Valley. It has 1,770. I sold for, I think it was 1,660 or 80 or something like that. I forget exactly, but a little bit better price here in the month of March at the moment, at least at Goldcrest. I'm assuming this screen, everyone probably takes like the weighted averages. So if you look at it, it shows the price is down from the month of January. And that's maybe because all the rest of the prices are down. However, Goldcrest is still higher yet. So I don't know. I guess, you can somewhat go by this screen of them, but don't rely on it too heavily. That's kind of what I'm looking at there. Anyway, what are we up to this episode of? Well, we're in the month of March here, which means we can get back into planting here. And we can plant, let's see, we can plant sunflowers, and we can plant, no. Cotton, maybe no. But, yeah, so we can plant a lot of different crops here. Corn, nope. Looking at the row crops, I'm probably going to look at purchasing a row crop cedar here this episode. At least that's kind of the tentative plan here anyway. And then we can get into row crops here finally. So anyway, let's get started on some field work here. Also between, actually, you know what, let's make note of this here as well. I just went ahead and paid down as much as the loan as I could throughout the year, everyone. That way we're not getting charged as much interest, which I don't know if you look at. Can we find the interest on here? Something? Yeah, loan interest. You know, we're looking at $3,433. And then, you know, drops down to 1,000. So we're saving, you know, about 1,500 bucks a month there. Not much, but still, it adds up, right? So obviously, we're going to end up borrowing a little bit more money here this episode. We got, let's see, I think it was like 1.2 million or something we can borrow. So we can borrow quite a bit of money here at this point if we have to have one. The planter don't think costs that much. So, but anyway, let's get over to work here. Yes, this field, I did not plow this field. I forgot to plow this field. It has been mulched and fertilized, so we need to plow. Yeah, I thought I had this field done, but then I drove over here and was like, oh, guess I didn't do that field, did I? Just to see the difference, I would mulched and fertilized, not plowed. This field over here, our big field, 30, 31, 32, has been mulched, plowed, and fertilized in that order, unfortunately. I kind of got the order a little bit wrong there, but oh well. We'll work with what we got. Obviously, we got some rocks on this field, but you see, no weeds. Yay. So kind of the advantage of plowing. Yes, I guess it takes a little bit longer to plow maybe, but then we don't have to deal with weeds. So either way, either you deal with the weeds and you don't plow, or you plow and you don't deal with the weeds. I kind of like the idea of not having to deal with the weeds myself, everyone. So that's the reason we're plowing. Just, you know, throw a hired worker on it and away he goes. Speaking of hired worker, we're going to get the hired worker going over here. I wonder if this would be a good direction to actually go on this field here. Because if we go a long ways, everyone, there's... Well, this side isn't too bad, I guess. But the other side, yeah, we're just going to try this direction here. I'm a little bit more turning around, but hey, if it gets the job done. And that will take care of the weeds. Obviously, as a result of it, we're going to end up with rocks. Ooh. We're actually going to end up with some good-sized rocks. And okay, now this is interesting, everyone. I'm very, very curious as to why this, I think this is large rocks. Yeah, I would say that's large rocks. I didn't realize this, Evan, but if I'm not mistaken here, it looks like there's 3 different sizes of rocks in the game. Initially, I only thought there was 2 different sizes, but it looks like there might be 3. At least I'm assuming that's what the yellow, orange, red means. And it would appear we have red over here, so that is large rocks. I'm really curious, though, why do we have large rocks over here? Because if we go over to this field, same thing, everyone, but we got small rocks over here. And I know in the comments, everyone keeps commenting, when you plow, you get large rocks. Okay, all you folks that are commenting on this, what do we have here? I'm not sure what to say to this one, because, again, We got small rocks over here, but now I'm really confused because over there we're ended up with large rocks. Same thing, except the only difference there is I fertilized. Well, I mulched, fertilized, now I'm plowing. Here everyone, I mulched, plowed, then fertilized. Which doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters, Evan, because last time around, for the sorghum harvest, I mulched, fertilized, then plowed. We ended up with the same results on this field, which was small rocks. So we got small rocks on this field. I mean, these should be able to be rolled into the ground. So just go over the roller and they should be gone. That obviously is not going to happen over here, everyone. We are going to have to pick these rocks up, or we're probably going to want to pick these rocks up. Let's put it that way. Boy, that is a lot of rocks, everyone. So yeah, I'm curious. I don't know, folks. What do you folks think on this one? I mean, small rocks over there, same plow. Over here, large rocks, same plow. Why are we getting large rocks over here, and why are we getting small rocks over there? I like the small rocks, by the way. Actually, I prefer no rocks at all, but hey, whatever. We'll take the small rocks if we got to put up with the rocks, right? So yeah, I'm curious, why are we getting large rocks over here? Don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the fertilizer, everyone. I've definitely messed up the fertilizer applications before, so not the first time I've done it this way. But yeah, now we're definitely getting large rocks. So anyway, you know what? 7810 might be a good job for that one. Put the 7810 on the rock picker. Where is the rock? Oh, it's right by the house here. I was thinking it was right here, but nope. There it is. Bit of an odd-looking rock picker, but hey, it's got a halfway decent width at least, and seems a little more hired worker friendly. Let's get this hauled up to the field here. We got 2,000 liters of rocks in there already. I should probably dump those somewhere. Speaking of dumping them, you folks keep reminding me I should probably put up one of the lime production factories. That way we can take our stones to that factory. The factory can grind, essentially a rock crusher, crushes the rocks and turns them into lime, basically. That might not actually be a terrible idea. I don't know. Actually, I should check that. Do any of our fields need lime at the moment? It doesn't appear to be. Nope, I think we're all good on that factor. Okay. So yeah, 30, 31, 32, everyone. Currently in the plowed state. I'm sure the game will probably let us plant into that, everyone, but I'm not sure if I want to plant into that. Thinking maybe we might like pick up a high-speed disc or something, or technically we do have a shallow cultivator we already own. I don't know, do we want to use that though? We'll see once here, everyone. Kind of debating how we want to do this. Just for a realism's sake, everyone, I'd rather not plant straight into the plowed ground here. I'm not going to hire this here just yet. We'll wait till these maybe got a little bit more done. Then I want to clean up, like you see that a little bit there. Clean that up here before I hire the worker on that. Oh yeah, definitely some rocks in that field. Was not anticipating that one. Hey, whatever. We'll take what we get. Okay, over to the shop here. Got the 9470 RX over here already. So let's go see what kind of deals they got. Yeah, nothing much for deals here, fortunately. You know, be nice if a planter would go on sale right about now, right? Maybe I should have bought it when it was on sale. Okay, speaking of planters, we need to go over to the planter category. Probably going to go with the Kinsey here, everyone. I mean, I do want to go with the John Deere, but let's face it, the Kinsey's just like better all the way around in the game here as far as stats go. Is it plants faster? Yeah, plants faster, holds more, and it fertilizes. I kind of like the idea of fertilizing, by the way. Also no-tills. Though I think from what I've been told of, the John Deere also no-tills, it just doesn't say it. Or the sorry. Got that backwards. The Kinsey also no-tills, but doesn't say it. Well, we'll find out if that's true or not. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. Need to go borrow some money here, man. Borrowing some money. So we need about a good 200,000 plus some money to fill it up with here. So just spam clicking. There we go. That should be actually more than enough. Planters. Oh, come on, planters. And we'll buy that. And then we're going to need some fertilizer and seed to put in it. So down to our totes here. Let's see. Was that solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer? I think it was liquid fertilizer on it, right? Got tanks, so that has to be liquid. Yes, liquid fertilizer. I think this is my first time actually buying. Oh, and you cannot buy multiples of these, can you? Well, that's a bummer. Okay. No idea how much this holds, so let's just get like 4 of them. That should be about right, I guess. Maybe I have no idea. we'll buy more as needed here. Then I might just take this right across the road. I'm just seeing what's if the no-till feature actually works on this. Because again, at least in the shop, everyone, it doesn't say it no-tills. And I want to verify that function if possible. I'm not sure why the shop would have it wrong if it actually is, because that seems kind of weird. The shop should show that correctly, I would think, but you never know. Let's see, that's what, 1,000 liters per... Okay, so we're going to need... Actually, no, that should be about right. 4 totes should get us up to, what, about 96%, 95%, probably somewhere in there. Must be 22.5% each fill, looks like, from what I'm seeing here. Okay, there we go, 94%. Hey, we'll take it. And then we'll fill up the rest on the liquid fertilizer here. Now, per the shop, back to the shop here a minute, that one, it shows this holds 18.2 meters. No, that's the width. 14.5 tons. That's the weight of the planter, right? Oh, here we go. This is the capacity, 7,068. So it's a 14.5 ton planter, 18.2 meters wide, 11 miles. Okay, so holds 7,000, eh? Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Huh? Just a moment here, everyone. Holds 7,068 liters. 7,068 liters. 7,068. 4,000 plus 2,840 do not equal... Oh, wait, the seed's not quite full. That could be why. Okay, I was going to say. That's not 7,068. Yeah, we're not quite full in seed. What? Jacked up. That's okay. There we go. That was kind of weird. Okay, we'll get over to this side. Let's just gonna make sure this works here first. And we're setting corn, so I don't think it'll let us plant corn. We'll probably do sunflowers. Yeah, we haven't done sunflowers yet. We haven't done corn for that matter either. So please wait while it folds out. That's interesting. Only 4 rows in the back. Depending on the planter, sometimes they'll have 6 rows in the back. This one apparently only has 4. And this is a mulched, by the way, so it shouldn't count as any form of tillage. So let's see what's here. Can we plant? Oh yeah, we can. That is interesting. Very interesting that it doesn't actually show in the shop that it is a no-till planter, but apparently it is. Kind of weird. And again, we'll just plow that under. Everyone not going to bother worrying about that. Otherwise, we're going to get some massive amount of weeds right in that section of the field there. It doesn't actually show a percentage of weeds on the field at the moment. It's simply just large weeds. And it's got some large weeds, all right. Now, unfortunately, everyone, with the field here, well, 2 things. Everyone, 1, I fertilized after plowing. So I've got active fertilizer on the field here at the moment, everyone. I'm sure if I just take this planter to it, I'm not going to get both my applications of fertilizer. Second off, everyone, for realism's sake here, well, the field's plowed. You don't plant into plowed fields. I could take the roller to it, but you folks keep complaining about me using the roller before planting. Not to mention it's probably not necessarily the most realistic either. So let's see once here, everyone. We got plenty of money here at this point. What can we get? Let's go look at the cultivators here real quick a minute. We could get like a shallow cultivator. This is, let's see what's there, 15.7 meters wide. I don't know. Weird looking cultivator. Very odd. Don't see cultivators like that around here. I do like the look of the, what's this, the NZ Extreme. That is 14.3 meters. That's kind of a cool looking cultivator. Similar to what you'd see in America. Also, we got that one as well. That's not a mod. No, that's not a mod. Interesting. Very American looking cultivator there, I would say. And I'm sure that's, yeah, that counts as a shallow cultivator. Kind of interesting. We got a couple more. Okay, let's go look at the high-speed disc. The disc harrows are kind of what I was thinking maybe going for here, everyone. We got either the Kinsey or the Case. I believe they're both the same width, right? Yeah, okay, just like a little bit wider, not much. 17.9 tons. We need 550 horsepower, 615 for that one. We're probably just a little short on that because we got a 9470. Technically, it should be 470 horsepower. I'm not sure what they put it as in the game because it might go by the boost numbers, but still. Case high-speed disc. That looks tempting. I'm $112,000. So if we borrow just a little bit more money here, banker's gonna love us. Plus, we can still borrow like another probably $300,000-400,000 there yet if we had to. Yeah, if that. Or actually, what do we got for tractors left here yet? Yeah, we're gonna need this tractor for that, aren't we? The 9470 RT is on the plow at the moment. Let's go grab our high-speed disc. But we're going to run the high-speed disc over this field here. Don't think that's going to do anything for the rocks, I wouldn't think. That should end up giving us seed bed, though, because it counts as a shallow cultivator. Just running over the dealer's grass there. Nothing to see. Okay, so disc harrow. There's also power harrows, but nothing big. Subsoilers, we got cultivators. Any other form of tillage? We do have spaders. That counts as a plow. Mulchers, yeah, no, okay. I think disc harrows are what we're going to go for here, everyone. And in particular, there's also the smaller case. That is 9.5 versus 12.5. That's definitely a little more easily pullable by our current equipment. I don't see why we can't go for the big one, though, everyone. I think we're going to go for the big one. And worst case, we can always upgrade this John Deere if we have to. We should give it some repair while we're over here. Oh, car coming through. Okay, that's interesting. A car just comes driving through here. What's it do? Just make a loop around? Never seen that before. Yeah, I guess he just loops around, and I don't know where that comes out over there. Oh, goes over there, I guess. Okay, cool. Never seen that before. Oh, and yeah, let's get some repair on this tractor in a minute. Okay, so repair, yeah, $10,000. Okay. Paint condition, not the greatest. Actually, how much was the paint? 30, but the, no. That's gonna be a no. 35,000 for paint. Don't think so. I wonder what would it actually cost in real life if you did want to repaint your tractor, by the way. Would it really cost 30? It might cost 35,000, no idea. The John Deere paint, for those who don't know, is expensive. Very expensive. Those, for those of you that follow along in my real life videos, did a tractor here a while back, rebuilt. And some of the most expensive paint I ever bought was the John Deere paint. By like a factor of, I think, about 2 or 3. Okay, and GPS. Actually, you know what? I do have the actual GPS on this tractor, too. Should we use... Nah, we're gonna... I kind of like the vehicle control add-on GPS, to be honest here, everyone. I just don't like the rest of the vehicle control add-on. I like vehicle control add-on GPS. I just don't like vehicle control add-on. That makes sense. Okay, there we go. I'll say that's a rather pretty sight in the field there. I mean, it is red. We'll try not to hold it against it too badly. I would say the animations for the tillage equipment in this game, everyone really liking that. As far as like the cultivators and plows, and then now the high-speed disc here. Kind of having a hard time getting a shot of it here for you folks. Actually, if I go to the other side with that, no, maybe when we turn around of it, I can get a better shot of the animation here. But I think Giants did a really good job on that here. Also, the rocks, yeah, the rocks are staying. I figured they would. Now, the one question I do have about this, obviously we got small rocks on the field. Hopefully that's not damaging. I don't think, do the small rocks affect the equipment? I'm not sure on that one, to be honest, everyone. Hopefully they don't. Otherwise, Evan, I'd be better off just taking the roller to this. Then the roller would get rid of the small rocks, and then we'd save our repair on our high-speed disc here and our planter. Because we still need to roll the field yet, which you're going to have to roll it after planting. These type of discs are definitely becoming more common around where I live, everyone. Actually, the local John Deere dealer here has, I don't know, I think they got like a dozen of them sitting out in their yard at the moment. It was rather interesting. You could see they were obviously, I don't know, either putting them together or getting shipments of them. They started out, I think there was only like one there, and then like the next day there was a part of one there, and before you know it, like I said, there's like a dozen of them sitting out there now. And when I say part of it, I mean, you'd only see like the center section. So this center section would be out there, and then you'll like go by the next day, and oh hey, it's got wings on it now. So clearly, it looks like they were probably assembling the said high-speed disc, I'm assuming. I don't know if they don't ship them all in one piece. Not sure how that works. Someone maybe should give this tractor a bath at some point, too. That's one piece of equipment I have still not purchased yet in the game. That one don't have a pressure washer. Nope. Not one little bit. Okay, can we get a better look? Oh, there you go. That's about, I think, the best we can do as far as a look at the animation there. And like I said, I'm pretty impressed with that. Looks pretty good to me. Now, it's just too bad the game wasn't a little more stable for me. Speaking of which, everyone still been having troubles with the game crashing here. Most notably as of yesterday. Had a lot of issues last night. I was going to attempt to live stream there, everyone. And spent, I don't know, a good 30, 45 minutes there attempting to get the game running and restoring my save game that went missing. And oh my goodness. Well, yeah, for those who watched that live stream, you kind of know. For those of you who didn't, let's see, I ended up having to delete the shader cache again because I went to try to load the game. Remember, the game would just instantly crash. And that's usually a good sign, by the way. And if your game instantly crashes when you try to load it, try deleting the shader cache out. That might help. And or make sure your graphics card drivers and all the rest of your computer drivers are up to date as well. That's something else that might help. But yeah, try deleting the shader cache out, especially if your game's already been working in the past and suddenly it quits working. Like I said again, delete the shader cache out. You can find that right in the Farming Simulator 22 folder in the documents. Same place as the mods folder and save game files. There's a shader cache folder. There should only be like 1 or 2 files in there. Just delete them out and see if the game will reopen. And that's exactly what happened for me. Deleted them out, and hey, the game loaded. Got the game to load, went to join the multiplayer, everyone, and it was just having all kinds of problems downloading the mods to join the multiplayer. And I was like, oh, screw this. I'm going to go play single player then for the live stream. Went to play single player for the live show, and only to find my single player save game was gone. The save game slot one was empty. Yep, empty. Obviously, I'm replaying the save game here, so obviously I got it back, right? But still, it was empty. So I went and did some troubleshooting on that. I went to the save game. And for those of you who kind of know a little bit about how Farming Simulator works, there's an XML file that kind of defines the save game. Was it Career Save Game XML, I think, or something like that? I might not have the exact name there. But open that file up to find it was absolutely corrupt. There was nothing but gibberish nonsense in there. So went and pulled just that file back from the save game back up. That way, you know, obviously, hopefully won't lose my progress. Attempted to load the save game, and when it still would not load, instantly crashed while trying. Well, I shouldn't say instantly. About halfway in, it crashed while trying to load. Went and looked at the log file to find that another one of the save game files was corrupt. So pulled that file from the backup and finally got the save game to load, everyone. So yeah, needless to say, I'm still really struggling here with Farming Simulator 22 reliability issues here. The game just is not stable for me. And I know from you folks' comments, some of you folks, game's running perfectly fine for you. Good. Obviously, in my case, it is not. I know some of you folks have said, well, is it the mod's fault? It could be, everyone. I am running some mods, obviously. However, everyone, the game was crashing right out of the gate. Right away when I first downloaded the game and installed it, I've been having issues with it crashing. Thinking what I'm going to try doing at this point, everyone, is reinstalling the game here one of these days. Hopefully, probably sooner rather than later. and see if that helps. I did try verifying my game installation through Steam. Didn't find anything, so I did try that as, you know, first off before, like, reinstalling. Still don't get why, because again, Farming Simulator 19, everyone ran perfectly on my system. Really never had any issues with that. And then obviously what issues we did have were like 99.9% of the time caused by mods. Horseplay. As amongst a few others. Auto Drive was also a good one for crashing there for a while. But, you know, unfortunately here, everyone, I don't know that I can really blame this on mods. Most of the mods I have were from the multiplayer server, and obviously the individuals that play on our multiplayer server aren't having any issues like I'm having, or for the most part they're not anyway. Okay, we're just going to shift that back over here. Like I said, I like the vehicle control add-on GPS. It's simple. Very, very simple. Do everything right from the keyboard for the most part. Actually, detect width is X. You probably have to be in that menu for it to work, I would assume. Might be able to assign a key to it, though, maybe in the menu. I'm not sure. Speaking of assigning a key, you folks have told me when it comes to like zooming on the map, I can zoom out, but I cannot zoom back in. Sounds like that might be an issue with the Farming Simulator. Well, I call it the Farming Simulator steering wheel. Technically, the SATEC heavy equipment wheel and pedals. You folks said there's some sort of key binding conflict on that one. If I go back in and reconfigure the controls, it should work. So I'll have to see once if I can do that. Because that is a little bit annoying, everyone. You zoom out on the map and I'm stuck. I can't zoom back in anymore. Speaking of which, how are we looking on the plowing here? He's making some pretty good progress. I should probably go back and clean up that side of the field there real quick. Maybe we'll do that here. Let's just hire a worker on this. And yes, that sudden camera shift is a vehicle control add-on. Kind of one of the reasons I despise that mod, to be honest, everyone. But again, I like the GPS from it, so I don't know. For those who remember, the vehicle control add-on used to be the keyboard steer mod back in Farming Simulator 19. That was kind of like our first primitive GPS back then. It worked halfway decent back then as well, kind of like the GPS. But then the mod went from the keyboard steer, now it became the vehicle control add-on mod, and well, suffice to say, I do not like the vehicle control add-on mod. Don't like it one little bit. It does way too much garbage that I don't want or need. In fact, outside of the GPS, it does pretty much everything is garbage that I don't need. I don't need a mod that's messing with my throttle and steering and, yeah, all that other nonsense it does. Now, maybe some of you folks like it. Don't like it. Don't like it one little bit. Okay, now we can get the rock picker going here. I just didn't want to get the rock picker going before those sections got cultivated. And the rest of the end of this field is mostly square, so the hired worker should be able to clean up this side fairly well, I would think. Okay, and then just hire the worker here on this one here, and goodbye, rocks. And by the way, again, I'm on the rock picker here. Counts as a cultivator, so we're going from plowed to cultivation status here. Also going to be curious to see, and hopefully this high-speed disking we're doing here is going to get rid of the active fertilizer on the field, so we can actually plant and actually get the fertilizer I put down applied. Again, if I had just simply planted on top of this plowed texture, again, I'm on two things. One, not very realistic in my opinion. And then second, I have active fertilizer on the field, so the fertilizer that the planter would be putting down would get wasted. And yes, we'd be charged for it, and I don't think the game's going to... Oh, you already have fertilizer, so we're not going to... No, the game's going to put fertilizer down, everyone, and then we're going to end up having to pay for said fertilizer. I don't know... You'd think there is a way to turn it off, someone said, if I remember correctly. However, I don't know if you can do that with a hired worker or not, if I use the hired worker. which brings up another interesting thing. Several of you folks have pointed out that the course play mod is out. Yes, I'm very well. The course play mod is out. However, we were kind of discussing this on the multiplayer server last night. Unless I get like some odd shaped fields or something, everyone, I have no intentions of downloading course play here. Course play can just stay over on the GitHub where it belongs, as far as I'm concerned. We'll probably get it at some point, everyone, but for now, I'm quite happy and content without it. Much more happy and content without it. Now if I just get the game to stop from crashing, that'd be great. Anyway, everyone, speaking of great, it's a great time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And thanks for watching. Until next time.